Amnos, the time has come to dress yourself in peasant garb and assume your role among my rebellious subjects.
If it pleases, Father, so be it.
You're listening to Temptation Busters. Here's our episode for today entitled Love's Ultimate Sacrifice, where we join Peggy Truelove and her mentored orphan, Dolores, in the waiting room of Tickerton's emergency department.
What happened? We were just talking to Daddy at supper. Now he's in the emergency room.
I know, Dolores. I know. We both thought he was better after the accident.
Hello, you must be Miss Truelove.
Yes, I'm Peggy.
I'm Dr. Wright.
How's my husband?
Well, the CT scan indicates a subdural hematoma.
Oh, what?
Please, Agapon, no.
This probably happened when he was hit by the car the other day.
You can fix it, though, right?
If we start a craniotomy right away, I'm optimistic he'll experience a full recovery.
Craniotomy? You mean like drill a hole in his head?
Yes, to relieve pressure on his brain.
You mean he might die?
I promise to do everything I can to keep that from happening, Miss. Miss Truelove, do we have consent to begin the surgery?
Of course, Doctor. Do what you have to do.
Very good.
It's all my fault. Daddy got hurt saving me. Now he's gonna die.
Shh, come get a hug. Everything will work out.
Oh, there you are. I just heard the news.
Trace, Elliot, you didn't have to come. Don't you have a Temptation Busters squad to run?
No worries. Ian can do my job better than I can. How's Ben?
They're getting ready to cut a hole in his head.
He's gonna die. He gave his life for me.
Keep the faith, love. He's not dead yet. You know, Dolores, what your father did reminds me of how Prince Amnos sacrificed himself to save New Beulah. Remember that story?
Not really. I'm not that big on history.
By the way, I'm going to take a walk about and find a vending machine. Mind if I pick you up a sandwich and drink while I'm at it?
Oh, would you? You're a lifesaver. We haven't had any breakfast.
Maybe you could tell Dolores that story about Prince Amnos while we wait.
Oh, that's a great idea. Maybe it'll help keep your mind occupied.
Okay, sure, I guess.
Bonza, Uru then.
Everybody in Tickerton has heard about Asmodeus Burnum and his shields. But few remember that many years ago, Asmodeus used to be a loyal attendant of King Agapon.
Seriously? What happened?
Well, he began to resent the king's authority. He felt like the king didn't properly appreciate his talents.
That's it. I'm tired of smirking and bowing and scurrying to old Aggie's elbow every time he snaps his fingers. I'm as qualified to sit on a throne as he is. It's time I ascended into the limelight.
So, Asmodeus formed a plan. He positioned himself at the entrance to the king's court so that he could intercept every New Beulah citizen who came to seek audience with the king, before they had a chance to meet the king and experience what a kind and just ruler Agapon truly was.
Splendid morning, madame. Don't you look ravishing today? I love your dress.
Why, this old thing? How sweet of you to notice.
You have business with the king today, do you?
Yes, my landlord is giving me grief. He claims I owe him back rent and
Back rent, eh?
janitorials.
Well, we needn't bother the king with such trivial matters.
We needn't?
Nah. Besides, just between the two of us, he's in one of his moods today and probably wouldn't appreciate your delicate situation.
Oh.
I'll send one of my assistants to have a little chat with your landlord.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Why, good afternoon, young fella.
Yes. Hi. I'm here to see the king.
Oh, my. I'm terribly sorry, but the king hasn't shown up yet today. Off the record, he probably overslept. Perhaps I can help you.
I doubt it. I was playing with some matches and sort of burnt down a royal aqueduct. I was ordered to report here for community service.
You did what? How do you burn down a... Never mind. You look like a decent kid. Community service seems a little harsh, don't you think? After all, Agapon shouldn't have made his aqueduct so flammable.
Maybe, but the law says that
Well, laws have their place, I'm sure. But laws are made to be broken.
Really?
Why don't I just write up a letter to your magistrate on the king's letterhead explaining this little misunderstanding?
Wait, that wasn't fair.
Of course it wasn't. As soon as King Agapon heard about it, he immediately banished Asmodeus Burnum from his court and his kingdom.
Serves him right.
But That didn't stop Asmodeus. Filled with rage and bitterness, he vowed revenge. So, he built himself a fortress in an abandoned train depot in a nearby province, from where he summoned to himself all who chafed under Agapon's laws. As the years passed, these followers allowed their souls to be consumed by barbarity and selfishness, until the day came when they were no longer recognizable for what they had once been. They had become Sheol.
Who is going to conquer New Beulah? Who will sit on Agapon's throne? My minions, I have secured your loyalty. I have trained you. Now at last, the time has come to reveal the weapon that I have been preparing for the next phase of our assault. Tempters and swindle drudges, I bring you the Eden Express! Yes, indeedy. You are looking at my custom-built carnival train, and you, my dark horde, shall pose as my traveling menagerie. Now, if you would be so compliant as to form lines and begin boarding these Pandora boxcars now, step lively. We have a kingdom full of gullible citizens to bamboozle.
So what did they do? Start a circus show?
That's right. In his evil genius, Asmodeus built into the Eden Express a mysterious mechanism that allowed it to fly.
A flying train?
Uh-huh. So wherever they landed, crowds would gather to gasp in awe and delight at the legendary speech-making of Asmodeus Burnum and the tricks performed by his dazzling shields. They didn't realize that he had a devious strategy behind his performance tour.
But I thought you said King Agapon kicked them out of New Beulah.
He had. But Asmodeus is an expert at slithering in where he isn't welcome and getting himself invited somehow.
Finally, another act is finished. Cabal!
I'm here, your pestilency.
How many fools did we recruit from this Agapon-forsaken bird?
Nearly all of them died. They practically begged me to let them sign the waiver so they could get inside the big top to see your free ring act.
You didn't let them read the fine print, did you?
Oh, of course not. None of them even tried.
Mindless sheep. All you have to do is promise these New Beulahs free fun and they relinquish their very citizenship.
Not to mention signing the title deed of their property over to you, Dyer, and pledging themselves to be your slaves forever.
It's all in the fine print, Cabal. Now they're mine. Legally mine, and there's nothing old King Agapon can do to get them back.
That's terrible. Why didn't the king just take back his people and his towns?
Well, that would have made him a cheat and a thief, just like Asmodeus. After all, those people had signed the contract of their own free will.
But there had to be something he could do.
There was. Agapon was still in control, and quietly putting his own plan into action.
Your travesty? There are reports that a new Beulah is traveling the countryside attempting to stir up a mutiny against you.
What? Who is he?
A former carpenter. They call him Joshua.
Joshua, is it?
He's running around healing the slaves you've worked so hard to make sick in your mines and factories, Dyer.
What?
And he's visiting your dungeons, proclaiming to the prisoners that the new dawn of Agapon's kingdom is at hand.
What? Of all the nerve, we must crush this Joshua. Where's he now?
He's been hanging out in a little town called Tickerton.
Summon my shields, fire up the Eden Express.
Yes, sir.
We're going to silence this meddler once and for all. Where is this Joshua character?
I don't know, Dyer. Perhaps if we make one more pass. Wait, I think I see him. Down there, between the apple orchard and the Tickerton gold mine.
You mean that character in the white hooded robe?
Yes.
He best not be trying to steal my gold. Well, that's the last mistake he'll ever make.
Yes,
Throw more coal in the boiler, Cabal.
yes, Dyer.
Build up a good head of steam. You're about to watch the Eden Express turn that meddling traitor into roadkill.
The Eden Express swooped out of the sky and turned Joshua into roadkill, just like Asmodeus had promised.
What? No!
But that wasn't exactly the end, and Asmodeus didn't live happily ever after.
Yes!
You see, Joshua was really Prince Amnos in disguise, the only son and heir of King Agapon himself.
But why would Agapon send his only son to die? That doesn't make sense.
That was the only way Agapon could legally set Beulah free from their slave contract to Asmodeus.
Huh?
You see, Asmodeus had legal authority to kill as many of his own slaves as he wanted. But to kill a free man is murder. Since Prince Amnos had never signed any contract with Asmodeus, he was a free man, and murderers cannot lawfully own property in the kingdom of Beulah.
So when Asmodeus killed Amnos, he canceled all of his contracts and set everybody in Beulah free?
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Just before the cowcatcher on the front of the Eden Express struck him, the prince threw back the hood of his white robe, allowing the sun to reveal his face as he made direct eye contact with Asmodeus.
What? Wait! Stop the train! No!
Look out! The open mine shaft!
Oh, ouch! What just happened?
The mine shaft, Dyer. Our momentum. We couldn't stop it, Dyer.
Ah! We're trapped! Trapped!
I think Prince Amnos set this whole thing up. Did you just get owned, Dyer?
I'm ruined! Ruined, I tell you!
3 days later, after Prince Amnos had died, he came back to life and walked out of the tomb.
Whoa.
Yes, he had died to set Beulah free, but now he lives forevermore.
Awesome.
And you can meet Prince Amnos personally if you want to, Dolores.
Too right, Mum.
Are you kidding? I'd love to meet him.
No more than he's eager to meet you.
Wow. Love doesn't get any better than that, does it?
That's
Fair
right.
dinkum.
Now I understand what you were talking about when you said that Daddy reminds you of Prince Amnos. I love both of them so much it hurt.
By the way, mates, I've just come from the recovery room. Ben's out of surgery.
Really? Can we go see him?
He's still sleeping, but the nurse says you can drop in if you're quiet.
Yay!
He should be good as gold in a few weeks.
Oh, thank you,
Thank
Agapon.
you, thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
my prince.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Temptation Busters. You can visit us at dcda.info. We'd love to hear from you soon.
Hooroo, mates. And don't forget, with Jesus, you can bust temptation. Without him, temptation will bust you.